Good morning, HMS 7, and happy Monday. It's so great to see everyone back here in the building. Great to see you. Great to get started this week. Again, we like to start off our day and our week thinking about the 7 habits of highly effective teenagers. Again, these are habits that you need to practice on a daily basis. And if you practice these on a daily basis, you'll find yourself successful in all walks of life, socially, emotionally, and academically. We started the year off with being proactive. That is that habit saying you are in control. You are in control of your life. We talked about in October putting first things first. That's prioritizing. We spent a lot of time on our accountability sheets thinking about what's important, finding those 5 things you want to knock out, knowing what your big rocks are, focusing on your big rocks first, and worrying about everything else later. We're moving on in the month of November to beginning with the end in mind. Beginning with the end in mind. I want you to think about that phrase for a second. Beginning with the end in mind. I would like you to think right now, what does that phrase mean? What does it mean to begin with the end in mind? I'm going to give you about 15 seconds to think about that phrase, and then we'll break it down. Think about what it is. Hopefully you came up with a variety of different ideas on what exactly this means. This is simply stating that you are the driver of your life. If you picture your life as a car, you're the driver. You're the driver of the car. You set the goal, you set the path. You set the goals, you set the path. I want you to think about that. You set the goals, you set the path. You're the driver, you're in control of your life. Set goals, set the path. We'll talk briefly on Wednesday and Friday about Darren Suggs, the founder of a popular video game I'm sure many of you played during your 2 weeks of remote time known as Fortnite. We'll talk about him a little bit more, about the goals he set for his life, the path that he set for his life, and the discipline it takes to stay on that path. Again, beginning with the end in mind is setting goals and setting the path daily. Again, thinking daily, those big rocks, setting those goals, setting the path. I would like you now for about 20 seconds to think about why it is important to begin with the end in mind. It is very important to understand that why. So think about that why for about 20 seconds. Why is it important to begin with an end in mind every day and throughout your life? Now I would like you to turn to a neighbor and talk to them briefly about what you came up with as your why. Why is it important to begin with the end in mind? Please spend about 30 seconds talking to a person close to you about why it's important to begin with the end in mind. If you're at home working remotely, got nobody there, start jotting down some ideas. I'll give you about 30 seconds there. I know I probably didn't give you quite 30 seconds. 2 key reasons why beginning with the end in mind is important. The first one is at this age in your life, you're at a critical crossroad. You're at a critical crossroad in your life right now, and the path you choose is going to determine that future. The path you choose right now is going to determine your future. Through these 7 habits that we ask you to practice, we hope that that path is the path that leads you to success. The second piece, and I think the most important, if you don't choose the path, someone will choose it for you. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be in control? Do you want to choose your path? Or would you like to have that path chosen for you? Because if you don't set goals and you're not proactive and you don't begin with the end in mind, someone will do it for you. They'll choose it for you. So again, choose it for yourself. Choose that path, set goals. You get into, I have shared this with all of you, it's called the Great Discovery. It's a set of questions that makes you think about paths in life and what you might want your path to look like in the future. There's a lot of questions in there. I don't expect you to answer those all today. But the goal of the great discovery, the sheet I've shared with you, answer these questions and think about where you want to be in the future. Nobody really knows for sure, but it gives you a pretty good idea of the path you can set. So again, please continue to work on those throughout the week. Don't have to get them all done today. If you knock them out today, great job. There's 10 questions on there. Again, once again, we're last names A through L, and it's different now in our modified hybrid. That is Monday, Wednesday, and also Friday. If your letters M through Z, your Tuesday, Thursday, you'll get your 3 days coming up in 2 weeks. Again, it's great to see everybody back in the building. We love you guys. Have a great day. Work hard. Ask questions.